What's up, everyone? This is Disney Plus Deets, where we break down everything you need to know about your favorite Disney Plus movies and series. I'm Kenneth.
And I'm Marcellus, and not to toot our own horns, but we're pretty much the biggest Disney Plus fans out there.
No, let's do it. Toot toot, beep beep. That's right.
Let's get into it. Today, we're telling you what you need to know and what you maybe didn't know about Marvel Studios' Black Panther.
Like so many of you out there, Marcellus and I have been really devastated over the loss of the great Chadwick Boseman, who of course brought the Black Panther to life.
Yes, Ken, his performance was everything to me. He embodied the character so well, it was really a joy to watch.
When Chadwick Boseman first appears on screen, it's literally the embodiment of Wakanda walking before you.
Yeah.
I remember sitting in the theater and I just got chills. Of course, I was in my African garb and I just wanted to rise up in the theater. But I want to say this, Chadwick Boseman will always be missed, and we're so happy that we have this piece of him on film forever.
I agree, Ken. And we want to pay tribute to Chadwick and celebrate all the talent and hard work that went into the making of this great film.
Yes, sir. So give us some history of the characters, Marcellus.
The Black Panther character first appeared over 50 years ago in Fantastic Four Volume 1, Issue 52, published in 1966. His first appearance in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, however, was in 2016's Captain America Civil War.
Chadwick Boseman is perfect for this. Nate Moore, the film's executive producer, said that Chadwick read all the comic books, he came to him with questions, and he had his own ideas about Wakanda. He was not taking anything for granted and was fully invested in the role.
You really feel that. This film is directed and co-written by Ryan Coogler, and Ken, I'm obsessed. I really admire him. This is his third feature film with Michael B. Jordan, who portrays Killmonger in the film. Jordan has said that Black Panther was a character he'd look up to his entire life.
Oh, the Dora Milaje. They are Wakanda's all-female special force unit, led by Danai Gurira, also known as Okoye.
Shout out to you, Danai.
Girl power. I'm not mad about it.
To fill the ranks of this elite security force, the filmmakers and stunt team met with hundreds of women, including film and television stunt players, track and field athletes, dancers, and MMA fighters. Listen, they were not to be toyed with at all.
The main cast spent 3 months training for the demanding action in the film, mostly doing their own stunts.
Yes, you can really tell.
The cast and stunt team also practiced with African drums so their movements would have a musical quality that's found in many African-based martial arts styles. It's just the rhythm in the soul.
Yes. Winston Duke plays M'Baku, and this was his first major motion picture. Besa!
Exactly. We were all sitting in the theater, but after that chant, everyone wanted to just stand up to attention. Besa!
Yeah.
He was great. Oh my
so
God!
beautiful.
Look at Wakanda.
Yes. Ryan Coogler brought on production designer Hannah Beechler to bring the world of Wakanda to life.
So Wakanda's main resource is the metal known as vibranium, right?
Right.
Beechler wanted to incorporate that into her designs as much as possible.
Yeah.
She even went to mining and metallurgy experts to determine what the different phases of vibranium could be.
Ken, you lost me.
I almost lost myself.
Ken, look at this.
I'm
The
looking.
Warrior Falls set is one of the most impressive in the film. It was
Yes.
inspired by the real-life Orby Gorge in South Africa.
The massive set, built on a backlot north of Atlanta, clocked in at what? 120 by 75 feet?
What?
With practical cliff faces 30 feet tall. Now, instead of actual rock, over 25,000 cubic feet of foam was used for the set. The bottom of the challenge pool was padded for the stunt team,
Okay.
but was painted to look like rock. The filmmaking team also engineered a fully functional flowing waterfall and pool at the ledge of the cliff with 6 pumps feeding over 125,000 gallons of temperature-controlled water.
Wow.
Doing what? Piping up through the set at a rate of how much? I'm glad you asked. 30,000 gallons per minute. Before doing what? Recirculating through the system.
Ken, I probably would try to go swimming.
You would. You would.
Just swimming. Yes, this part right here. This chase sequence was filmed on location in the actual streets of Busan, South Korea.
I want you to realize the way they driving in this scene
is
how my mama was driving trying to get me to school when we missed the bus.
Oh, I understand. And you know what I really noticed in this?
Ryan Coogler wanted the South Korea action sequence to be seamless, so he had an editor on set cutting footage in real time, which isn't usually done during production. But Coogler felt it was the best way to capture all the action, stunts, and special effects in the frame on time. Wakanda is a modern society that's deeply in touch with its history. You can see it especially in this set.
Yes.
It's sleek and modern with visual effects, enhancements, but then under the high-tech glass floor is an ancient ruin, and
saw that.
on the metal columns of the room you can find script written in 5th century Nigerian language.
That's that detail. Now look at these amazing costumes. Costume designer Ruth Carter searched the world from Ghana to Los Angeles for textiles and accessories used to create the 700 costumes in the film.
Coogler and his team established a strict color theming for the film. For example, blue represented danger or trouble, so blue was reserved for the border tribe who act as a policing force, and Killmonger's character also wore blue. No one else is in any kind of blue.
That's right. And the river tribe right here, which is Nakia's tribe, wears green. Lupita Nyong'o, who plays Nakia, wears many different shades of green in her costumes. Carter said greens mix well together because it's like nature. Now, I want to talk about one of my favorite things about Black Panther.
What's that?
Well, with the cast from all over the world, Coogler brought in a dialect coach to ensure there was continuity amongst all of them. I love that.
That's thinking through every detail.
Now, because actor John Kanai's native language is Xhosa, one of the official languages of South Africa, it became the official language of Wakanda.
Yeah.
I really love the celebration of African culture in this movie, Ken.
I'm always going to have memories of my family and friends dressing up in our African attire to go and see the premiere of this film. There was such a sense of community in the theater and amongst all of us. And to see these characters who were in the comic books come to life right before our very eyes was powerful.
Yeah.
Representation matters.
It does. It really does. And you know what? That's our show for today. Marvel Studios' Black Panther is now streaming on Disney+.
Wakanda forever, Chadwick Boseman forever.
Forever indeed. Until next time, Kenneth and Marcellus out.